Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Penovich here. Thought I'd do a quick update on what's heading our way Thursday. This is kind of an interesting setup, not too dissimilar to last week, but every storm's different. It's not going to be kind of the same setup. It's still on the low end of the threats right now, but I will say this, as we get closer to Thursday, you're going to want to stay weather aware just the same, and stay tuned for updates because the system is still to our west. It's Tuesday. This is going to happen on Thursday. So this is this large storm system. If you look carefully here, it is a really nasty looking storm. We've got a lot of spin in the atmosphere. We've seen a whole bunch of severe weather here, cold air and snow, and a whole lot of wind coming in on the backside of this. So it's been a pretty potent system. Here's a look at that warm front. That warm front's key for us because this warm front's going to push to the north. That's going to usher in that warm, humid air. That's the low-level fuel you need for severe weather. If you get rain and clouds and you keep it cool, you don't have the fuel for these storms. And so that's the big question mark going into Thursday. So tonight, you see the severe weather risk there. Tomorrow, this is a pretty severe risk. I mean, these areas, the highlighted area there you see kind of in the darker maroon, this is a very high risk for severe storms in here. So if you have friends or family in that part of the country, please let them know. No joke tomorrow. This is a real threat for these areas. Again, this is just below the extreme threshold. So we're getting really close to one of the higher threats we've seen so far this season. And again, it's to our southwest, but I know a lot of you either watch or follow me down there or you have friends down there. I want them to be weather aware tomorrow as well. But on Thursday, the system heads for us, and you can see the two areas of medium risk, one to the northeast, one to the south, and then you see the low risk currently over the Piedmont. Now that low risk could be extended, or moved out. We could see these areas kind of collected together. It really depends on how things unfold on Thursday. So let me show you the progress of the system. It's going to be to our west. We're going to watch that warm front push north. Tomorrow's temperatures will really fluctuate based on how much cloud cover we have for the first half of the day. I do think we'll see sun late in the day, which could warm us to 80. But if we get clouds all day, those temperatures could stay closer to 70. And then that big squall line moves across the middle of the country. It starts pushing our way, but it's weakening by the time it gets here on Thursday morning. So you see this is a weakening system right here. Does that hold together? Maybe. There could be a couple gusty thunderstorms. That's why I think the low risk is at least warranted for that band. But I'll tell you what has me more intrigued about Thursday is what happens if this first batch moves through, shifts off to the east, we get into the afternoon, and if you look, the front is still back here. What if we get some instability building ahead of it and we see not a ton of storms, but broken line of storms develop along the front? This is what happened last week and why the front came in so much slower and it was allowed to produce some scattered showers and storms ahead of it and ended up producing 14 tornado warnings with at least 4 confirmed tornadoes. Now, will that happen again? It's hard to say, but it's a scenario they got to keep on guard for. I really think the overall threat will be in the afternoon as this pushes into eastern North Carolina and you start to see that risk of severe storms there. But there's a look at the front pushing through off to the east. So let's look at some of the parameters here. That thunderstorm fuel, how much are we going to have? Right now, it looks like early Thursday morning, some surges up here, but that's nothing close to what we had last week. That is much lower amounts. But still, you can see there's some there as the front arrives Thursday evening, then pushes east. Tornado parameter, ingredients for tornadoes. We'll go right to Thursday morning. Nothing really jumps off here, but I will show you this. Thursday afternoon, right there, notice just east of I-77. Heating of the day, the front is entering here, pushing to the east. So these areas out in here, we're going to have to watch that as well. That might end up being our biggest risk, and that's kind of where that orange area was. We could see that orange area expanded back down to the southeast. And so that's an area to watch. So let me show you the close-up futurecast here. Tomorrow, you can see the clouds giving way, probably some sunshine late in the day. If that happens, it's super warm. Let's go right to Thursday morning, 7 a.m. Here comes the front. I'm going to stop this around 8, 9 in the morning because if you look at this, that right there, and look at the time, 8 a.m., that's really strong wind. So we could have severe thunderstorms in the morning. Not tornadic, but straight line winds. That's a very straight line wind setup there. As it pushes east, heating of the day, remember the whole time, in the morning, warm, humid air surging north. Here comes this squiggly squall line pushing off to the east. Starts to produce maybe some stronger storms by the afternoon. And then right here, maybe we get some supercells out in this area by 3 or 4 o'clock. But again, remember, the front's back here. Does something redevelop in here? Those are the things you got to watch for on Thursday. But right now, based on everything, the data today, the timing, you can kind of see the front move through there. This looks to be more of a midday, and then afternoon starts to shift off to the east. So stay tuned. I will have updates coming up tomorrow. I'll do a complete vlog tomorrow as well, and I'll do one again on Thursday morning, and we'll probably do one Wednesday night actually as well. But just stay weather aware on Thursday. Just like we saw last week, this isn't an off the chart threat like we're seeing down to our southwest, but it's something definitely worth paying attention to. And again, I'll go back to the severe weather outlook. That's tomorrow. We're not going to see anything that severe here. Our area is in a low risk, but that medium risk could be expanded based on the timing of everything. Of course, I'll have complete coverage tonight at 11 and over the next couple of days on WCNC. Have a great night.